Several viewers have asked questions about guerrilla war strategy adopted by Tigray Defense Forces in central Tigray. Can this guerrilla war strategy work in central Tigray or not? Because almost no reports are coming out of central Tigray. Earlier, Colonel Gabre used to appear after every 2 to 3 days to brief us about ongoing war in Tigray. But we haven't heard from him for more than 2 weeks now. So that is why some viewers have asked questions about the future of this war strategy adopted by TDF. I thought of having a detailed look at this war strategy adopted by TDF. Well, there are 6 main criteria of judging success of a guerrilla warfare strategy adopted by any group in any part of the world. So I'll have a look at these 6 main criteria one by one. I'll judge both the forces, TDF and ENDF Eritrean forces. Firstly, the first and foremost requirement for guerrilla warfare is motivation. How committed, how motivated are guerrilla fighters is the most important thing. How loyal are they to the cause for which they are fighting? Here, if we compare TDF fighters and Eritrean ENDF soldiers, there is definitely a world of difference. TDF fighters are much more committed. They believe they are fighting against occupation, that genocide is being committed in Tigray. They are fighting for their land, for their people. We cannot expect similar or same commitment from Eritrean and ENDF soldiers. So in terms of commitment, in terms of motivation, TDF have an edge over EDF and ENDF. Second important criterion viewers is local support. Guerrilla warfare cannot be waged without the support of locals. Either locals provide active support or at least they have sympathies for guerrilla fighters. Here again we see views that TDF definitely have local support. On the other hand, locals are against Eritreans, against ENDF. Atrocities have been committed in Tigray. International news outlets have reported about sexual violence, about civilians killed in Tigray. So locals are not in support of ENDF and Eritrean forces. Here again, TDF have a clear advantage over Eritrean and ENDF soldiers. Third factor which is important is unity of command and organizational setup views. Though in guerrilla warfare, military strength is divided into smaller units, but these units are being commanded and organized. So there is unity of command. If there is no unity of command, these smaller units can turn into independent groups, and we could see infighting in guerrilla force. That is why unity of command is very important. Here we see that so far we haven't seen any splits in TDF. So there is unity of command in TDF. We have seen some reports about differences between Eritrean forces and Ethiopian National Defense Forces. There are some issues about unity of command because offensive on central Tigray is being launched by both Eritrean and Ethiopian National Defense Forces. So there are issues of unity of command, but TDF are not facing any issues regarding unity of command. They are united under one command, viewers. Fourth important thing, viewers, is international support. Yes, it matters too, viewers, because uh, ultimate purpose of guerrilla warfare is to make invading force withdraw. And for this purpose, not only military operations matter, but international support also matters. And we see, views here we know, views that TDF have very strong, very visible international support. US has announced some sanctions against Eritrea, against Ethiopia. US has announced to take further actions against Ethiopian government, Eritrean government as well if this war goes on. So in terms of international support, again, TDF have a clear advantage over Eritrean and EDNF forces. Fifth important point is use of media, viewers. How effective is the use of media is important. Here, I think TDF need to work a little because we are not watching, we're not seeing any real-time images and videos from Tigray. That has been missing, just like OLA is providing almost real-time coverage of its activities. That is missing in Tigray, viewers. Though there are some sections of media, some channels which are backing TDF, which are backing TPLF, but still, here TDF need to work. Real-time coverage of this war on TDF side is missing. Here, EDNF and Eritrean forces have an advantage, but they are not covering this war, viewers. I mean, Eritrean media, EDNF, Ethiopian government media, they are not covering this war from the battlefield of Tigray. They are saying that the war is over. So we haven't seen any videos, any pictures from Eritrean, from EDNF side about ongoing fighting in Tigray. Last factor, viewers, is supplies and weapons. Weapons matter, but guerrilla fighters don't use tanks or multiple launch rocket systems or fighter jets. Viewers. Sometimes they fight with knives as well, with sticks as well. They improvise weapons. That is the nature of guerrilla warfare, that you just want to keep on fighting. So here Eritrean forces, EDNF, they have an edge. But so far, TDF have managed to keep on fighting. They have managed to find supplies and light weapons, small weapons. That is what most guerrilla fighters need, viewers. So if you judge both the fighting groups, according to these 6 criteria, you can see, viewers, that TDF have an advantage. They could be under pressure inside Tigray, which they are. But in the long run, they can keep on fighting, viewers.